we'll put somebody else in. Horses for courses. Something like that.
We'll see. It'll be interesting to see. We don't know if anybody's getting any knocks or anything, but God, we're in a good way start up here.
100%, mate. I mentioned earlier on, this is what we love. This is what wins you a league title, really. Having a squad that in depth. That's we're all mentioning players that are in and out and who should be in and who shouldn't. Players that are coming on to a game, players that are still taking a fin their form and things like that. This is brilliant, mate. We honestly we've not been able to have these conversations for years at the football club, and it's only going to bring us success in the long term as long as this full squad can keep doing what they're doing. Because I think when people have been called upon, the players that have come in, i.e. Greg Stewart's and things like that, I think they've been nothing short of brilliant for us, mate. Jordan Jones and all, another great player here. I mean, he played a couple of important games for us as well before he got injured. Ryan Kent still to come back. It's all brilliant, mate. It really is. So positive now, and I just hope that we can keep it up and keep it going for as long as possible and get this league title in the bag this year.
So if people want to join us and use their thoughts on what's potential for the lineup on Thursday night. What's the number, Fox?
Number is 0141 356 1972.
And you can join us at Skype at rangersradio.online, where you're brought in the call by the one and only Old School Blue. So, Europe, where does it sit for you in your list of priorities, Bridgeman?
Number one for me, because it's the first game. Everyone should be treated the same. I know a lot of guys want the league, and the league is very important to every Rangers fan this year. The chance they win it would be, if we can do that and win this league, it'd be wonderful. I don't think anyone expects us to shall we say, win the Europa League. I don't expect us to win that. I'd just like us to go as far as we can and give it every bit of respect and all the resources as possible to make sure we get as far as we can, get some cash in for the club and get our reputation up. Get what we call that table that we go into, coefficient table. So
we're moving up that, but obviously if we could manage to get the group stages, we'd shoot up at high. JFK.
I'm not saying it's bottom of my priorities, but it's not really up near the top for me. The European thing's a nice bonus for us, but if it had been the fact to stop 9, then I'd have probably prioritised it a wee bit higher. But for me, it's a league's the be all and end all. When we get a result against the young boys of Bern, I mean, it puts us in a great position when we play Porto in a double header coming up in the next few weeks. So it's whilst most enjoyable, we'll be there, like most of the guys and that. So I'm not want to put it in a ducat and say that's the number, but it's not in my priority list. For me, it's got to be the league. All eggs in one basket for the league. Certainly for me, it is. Europe's a bonus, and whatever we achieve in Europe's fantastic.
All right, Fox.
I think Europe is still important to the club, as well as the league's the top priority without a doubt. But the 1-0 win against Feyenoord has took a bit of pressure off our team. I think we can go to Bern and have a go just to see how much we've progressed. They've got a decent European pedigree, and I think we should go and play our normal game out there. If we get beat, we get beat. It's winning your home games that's important here. I think we'll do quite well in Bern. I wouldn't be surprised if we come back with a 1-0 for Bern.
Oh, brilliant, Fox. Oh, brilliant. Brilliant for the result, the prestige, getting us through and the money.
Do you know the thing they might be saying, looking at our results and saying, they beat the third in the league 5-0 at the weekend. We've beaten Feyenoord at home. Look at our European qualifying results, same last year. I think they maybe be fearing us more than we fear them.
I know what you're saying there, Fox, but what we don't want is we don't want a hard game on a plastic pitch and then we end up dropping points against Hamilton. For me, that's detrimental to what it's all about. I mean, I've heard you say yourself, about it's good money for the club. Really, I'm not interested in that. That's up to the people behind the scenes to sort out the money situation. My wish this season, the same as everybody else, is that we stop them doing 9 in a row, and winning the league. That's a be all and end all for me. Obviously, I don't want us to get wellied in Europe. I want us to perform well and hopefully win it. It'd be a great bonus if we get through out the group and into the last 32 knockout. That'd be fantastic. But for me, I'm not looking for any knock-on effect, especially in a game in a plastic pitch. It might be a hard game, and then we play Hamilton. We've done it last season, Fox, as you know. We dropped some silly points after some good results, especially against Rapid Vienna and things like that. The fantastic result in Europe, and then in a couple of games we lost silly points. I don't want to see that happen. So Europe for me is a bonus. It's a nice bonus, but it's still just a bonus for me.
All right, talking about bonuses, I've been inundated with PMs. People want you, GFK. No Stardog to sing the new Borner song, particularly for big friend for Drumchapel. He's really keen to hear you singing it, mate.
No chance.
I'm just letting you know that's what the people want.
I would rather you stuck hot needles in my eyes.
All right. Maybe how did it go against Stardog?
No, you're not catching me with that. And it's JFK's turn or it's Bridges' turn. Bridges the singer.
I might have played it when I was a DJ, and that was a bit ill, but I'm not going to sing
it. It's catchy, JFK, innit? But
aye.
Well, I wouldn't know it's catchy. We've not heard it and I missed it.
JFK can play it.
Aye, so I could. I think I use it as an ashtray now.
Come on, sing the song for the man, for goodness sake, boys.
Well, I'm going to... Mars and Bears asked me to sing a song, so I'll sing it. Sure it is so... See, you can't sing that.
Jenny, you're a shocker.
Well, Mars and Bear asked me give us that, and I said, okay, so right, so that's the only song you'll get out of me. No.
All right, okay.
And Big Stevie for the drums there, tell him to come on and sing it. And if he sings it, I'll sing it.
There you go then.
There's a challenge.
There's a challenge for Big
and we can see who's the best, Brad. You can maybe judge it. You can do your Simon Cowell.
They're all going to get 10 out of 10 for me, I'll tell you.
Hey, I'll tell you one thing. Big Stevie and he sing it. We're near Robson and Green, you know, or Robson, what do you call him, Jerome, whatever we are.
Robson and Blue, I think.
Robson and Blue, aye.
Get him on. I want to hear it.
The only trouble is, he's usually on the bathroom by this time and he's...
We want to hear the Borna song. We want to hear the Borna song.
Where does Europe sit for you, Bridgman?
Europe? I'll answer, but I can tell you, to me, it's the next game. You know how I feel about that? It's the next game. We're in the competition. We have to give it everything and do what we can because we're all about building and keep building and get this confidence and momentum running because we do want to run through the season and get as many wins under our belt as possible and go for 55 this season. And there's nothing better for me, nothing better than to win your next game. Every game I put in front of you, win it and knock everybody else down. Okay, I don't think we're ever going to get to the end and win the last game, if you follow what I mean, in Europe. But we're going to go so far. And I think we've done fabulous up to now. We've into the group stages. And if we can get out of these group stages and get even one game, it makes more money for the club. Does me.
Mm-hmm. All right. I think it's important for the standing of the club to do all right in Europe. Stardog, yeah?
100%, mate. I would put Europe second for me. It would be above both the League Cup and the Scottish Cup, mate. I think winning the league and getting out of that group stage this year, I think that's definitely a possibility, mate. I think we've got a squad that's capable to do that. And I suppose young boys are bearing at the week on Thursday. It is kind of a free hit. I think we will go out here and we'll have a crack at them, mate. I really do. I could see he's getting something earlier. I don't know about the win, mate. That would be brilliant. That would set us up perfectly for the two Porto games. But I think I honestly do think everybody will take points off everybody in this group, and we've got a right good chance of getting through it, mate. And I think we will. I do honestly think we will win the league this year. I really do think that.
I don't know also what the other way around, Ox, where a defeat in Europe could maybe set us back in the league because the players will be deflated. I mean, this is a team that's trying to build up a run of consistency. They see winning every game as important. They don't look at one game and see it any different for another. It's just the match in front of them. And I think our squad will want to go there, not only do well, but I'm actually thinking they'll win there.
I don't think there's any don't want the team to go and do well, Fox. The fact is that I'm being realistic, and the fact is, of course, I want the Rangers to win every game, and I'd like us to go out there and win 2 or 3 nothing on Thursday night. But what I'm saying is that we've got to be realistic about it. If we go out there, win or lose, we don't want it to have any effect on us on Sunday. I'd rather win on Thursday, obviously. Right, but I think let's not be putting all our eggs in the one basket regarding can we win Europe? Can we get into the last 32? If we get into the last 32, fine, but I know the players that want to go forward and win. But as I keep saying, what happens come Sunday and we get a poor result on Sunday because we get a great result in Europe? For me, that's rubbish. It's to me then what's the use of winning against young boys and then no beating Hamilton Accies? And that's what we were doing last season. So we need to rectify that. The journey we had last season in Europe was fantastic. I'm the first to say I enjoyed it, same as everybody else. But we can't be letting that be a detriment to our league for them, because we're having to go to the squad to go through a full season in the league and in Europe. And I'm not saying I want us knocked out of Europe. The further we go is nice, but it's a league for me. The 2 cups, the League Cup, which is nice to win, and the Scottish Cup. But for me, if we don't win the league, then it's a total failure of a season for me. That's no. I'll throw something in the hat, right? Would you take winning the Europa League and no winning the Championship?
I would take winning the Europa League without a doubt.
Without winning the Championship?
Well, the league is a stepping stone into the Champions League and 30-odd million next year.
Yeah. Right.
9 in a row has been done before. We've done it ourselves, mate. I don't want to see them win it, but it's no the be-all and end-all. The year after is the be-all and end-all if they were to get to 10. But at the moment, we've got to take everything that's gone for us, Jimmy. I wouldn't say we were good enough to go and win the Europa League, but it's important we compete in it. No, and if we're not good enough to play in Europe on a Thursday night and come back to Ibrox and no beat Hamilton, we'll no win the league anyway.
But we done that last season, that's what I'm trying to say.
But it's a new season, Jimmy. We made loads of mistakes last season.
Yeah, well, that's a discussion we're having. I mean, I'm confident watching what I'm watching that we're good enough to win against young boys are better on Thursday. I'm confident, but I agree with you. I think we can come away with a 1 or a 2-1 score. I think that can happen. But what I'm saying is I don't want anything to be detrimental to our league form. And I totally 100% disagree with you, but it's not for me, the be-all and end-all. Saying 9 in a row has been done before. I don't want them to do another 9 in a row. No, in my lifetime, I don't anyway. So try to stop them. Because see, if we don't win the league this season, Stevie Gerrard will not be there next season. So we need to think about that. It's a league or it's nothing, Fox, for me. And I think 99% of Rangers fans are the same.
I want them to be forever remembered as a team that failed to win 9 in a row, mate, because that's what they would go doing. I see the 8, and Alan McCoist made this statement about Rangers and how much pressure they had on them winning 9. If they didn't get the 9, they would have always been remembered as a team that never did it. They would have remembered as flops, mate, and that's what they'll be remembered as if they don't do it this year. That's what I would like. We need to stop 9, mate, in my opinion. We can't even let it go to 10. We need to stop 9.
I'm all for that, but I've got to remember you're not comparing apples for apples, and they know that. What they had today to try and get their titles is unbelievable, isn't it?
I agree with you there.
Aye,
I know, mate. I know.
I totally 100% agree with you, that Oxford, but at the same time, it is us against them, it's just that, I know it might be a silly, Europa League or Championship, and I understand what Fox is saying there. I mean, that gets us into the Champions League proper next season as winners, and I'll be honest, I'll never love to see Rangers win another European trophy. That'll never happen in my lifetime, and I hope it doesn't a lot of the people out there's lifetime. But I'll never love to see that. So the Championship for me is to stop the puddle drinkers winning any more titles. No, I want to go in this earth and arrange a 6 stars on their shirt.
All right, just change the subjects slightly. I mean, I remember Dave King Fox saying that if certain things go away, there's a house of cards waiting at a certain place. 20 million down in turnover. Same thing happening again this year. The gap's closing financially, yeah.
Well, I mean, money is king in football now. But what we've done is we've bought wisely, recruited well on free transfers, and stole a couple of players very, very cheaply. We're still building our squad. They've got a squad there that is tiring now for me. The players that they raved about last year aren't doing it this season for them. Callum McGregor's a shadow of the player that he was last year.
Are you intimating he doesn't want to be there?
I could
Bridgeman, go and mute
more,
if you're typing. I don't know who's typing, but go and mute.
I would guarantee that he was tried to be nobbled with Rodgers there for Leicester before the season
what
started.
What did you say, nobbled?
Nobbled, yes, I did say
just
that
wondered
word.
what you said.
But they're not exactly burning up their games. They're winning their games. But so are we. And if we stick with them and get there, I'll be the happiest man on the planet, mate. But we've got to take anything that's gone, anything to rebuild our name in Europe. Winning the league is the main dream of all our fans. We know that. It's been a long time since we won it. But, I mean, if it came in reverse, I mean, in 2008, nobody bothered about the Europa League until we go as far as we did. Because it's important. I mean, the league gets you qualifications into these things. So when you get there, you don't chuck out the chance to go as far as you possibly can in them. We've got a squad, we've built a big enough squad to handle everything that we're supposed to be entered into this year. And I want to see us go on Thursday night and play the way we've been playing. Go about, shut them down, close them down, hit them on the break, and I think we'll get a result in Bern. And we'll come back and we'll thump Hamilton. There's no worries about that either.
Oh, I hope you're right. We've been joined by Smurf. Evening, Smurf.
Hi, good evening, Oxford. How are you?
I'm all right, mate. How's your good self?
Aye. Plodding on. Aye,
all
not
right.
bad.
What's on your mind, mate?
So you're talking about the, progression in Europe and how much importance we should assign to it. I think for myself that obviously the league, regardless of anything, should always be our number one priority. But like Bridge said, every competition you play in should be given at your level best. But what I do think is that circumstance should dictate who plays. And what I mean by that is the sports science department have got a job to keep everybody optimised going forward, fit, and enough pitch time and game time to keep the first team, as strong as possible. And that should be further optimised for the league. So therefore, if Steven Gerrard should be taking advice saying, this individual should only play 60 minutes, or this guy needs more minutes in his legs. And in Europe, he should be taking that into consideration. His focus should be putting the best team he can out out on that pitch without detrimenting our efforts in the league. And that's my only point, really.
Great point, mate. Great point. I mean, the sports scientist comes into it, but so does Forum Bridge. Yeah, you need to. It's not just the running you've done. You've got to be performing as well.
Yeah, but sports science does play quite a lot, a big part in it. But you've got to take what the manager sees on the form wise on the training ground, and his intuition. He sees, I'd like to try this or I'd like to try that kind of thing. So everything must go in the one mixing pot, and the manager should be able to pick out and what he's wanting to do. What would he like to do? I just feel. I mean, I've been following the club most of my life, and I think that we'll never say die. We've had a great support for years and years and years and years, and we don't want to disappoint the support. So I do think every game, and I believe this with everything in my sinews, every game, the next game is the most important. Just go and win it if you can. If you can't win it, as long as you don't shame yourself or anything like that, you can't win it. But we go out there and we give it because we're Rangers. And that includes all tournaments. But the manager is the last man. He's the one that's got to make the decision. So if he thinks, I want to play these three guys on a Saturday and I want these three guys playing on a Wednesday because it's a bigger tournament, that kind of thing, that's up to him. And because he's the manager, he's getting paid big bucks for it. I just want Rangers to play the best team they can, the strongest team they can within the manager's remit. And as far as I'm concerned, that would do me, because we're doing very, very well. Just keep it going, Rangers. Go out there and beat everybody if you can. Just go for it.
Look, I think it's fantastic we're having this debate, Stardog, and we'll get people think we're going to go to Switzerland and win. I hope we win, and I didn't think we'd win in Denmark. I thought, well, take a one each draw, that'd be a great result for us. God, we were magnificent.
100%, mate. Confidence has probably not really been higher, not for a very, very long time. And this is just a brilliant position for us to be in, to be having this debate, talking about Europe and the league at the same time. I mean, in an ideal situation, we would go on and win the league and get into the last 32, and obviously the games would take care of themselves, mate. I don't believe we'll have got a squad to go and win it, but financially, mate, obviously the further we go in that tournament, the better for the club, and it helps the coefficient for us as well. So, I mean, it's brilliant, mate, to be talking about it, but the league's first and foremost for me. I think we will honestly get a result earlier on Thursday, and I do believe we will thump Hamilton also. I do believe that's how good we are there now. I just think we're fun form, the players are all happy, players are coming in and doing their jobs. It would just be interesting to see if Greg Stewart's managed to play his way into the plans for Thursday. I don't really see that, but I think he's maybe getting kept back for Hamilton. But it'll be interesting
certainty to start against Hamilton.
Aye, definitely, Ox.
But I've been wrong before. JFK.
Aye, of course. I don't think he'll play on Thursday. I think he'll play against Hamilton. I don't think you're wrong on that. I mean, I can see where a lot of the guys are coming from. You know, a couple of guys are putting it in the lobby that, you know, are saying, you know, why compete in Europe when you want your team to get wellied, humped and that, you know. And that's not what I'm saying at all. You know, I want my team to win, but I'm being realistic, you know, and I just want them to go forward and keep winning. But I'm a practical person. Anybody that knows me, you know, we need to perform to our abilities. And for anybody to think that Rangers have got a good enough squad to compete in Europe and win the championship, I think we're kidding ourselves on. We're still a long way away from that, guys. We're a Scottish Championship team, Premiership champion. That's what we are. We're far, far away from being a European team. Our work rate is good in Europe, but it's not what it should be, or what it could be. So let's not kid ourselves on. And that's no defeatist. For me, it's a champion.
23 games, we've lost 2.
But we've not qualified for the knockout stages. It's all right saying. I mean, I know it's a different season, and I'm not being down in this. I'm being a realist. The championship is the be all and end all, and for anybody that can't see that, it's fine. But don't be writing rubbish in the lobby. I'm not even going to name who they are, but don't be saying silly things. You know what I mean? Because
I think when you look at it, JFK, these folk forget, mate. By the time you get into the last 32, if Rangers do that, I mean, you've got Champions League dropouts and all that still to come into the tournament as well, mate. It takes more than hard work to win you a Europa League, mate. Do you know what I mean? And it's just being realistic. Realistically, we can win the league this year. Realistically, we're not going to win the Europa League, guys. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, we know it's great for the club to go forward in Europe. Jimmy's not saying that. But realistically, come on. We're not going to win the Europa League. There's Champions League dropouts and that still to come into that.
There's people in the lobby saying, what do you want to do? Compete in Europe and get humped? That's not what I'm saying at all. Just listen to what I'm saying. Clean your ears out, right?
Aye.
No, it's not what we're saying at all. We're having a discussion here. Nobody's been detrimental about Rangers. God almighty, I'm 62 and we got to see Rangers a long time. So I think I've got a good idea of what I'm talking about. It's not as if I've just been going to see Rangers last week. I've been pragmatic here. I've been honest in my opinion. If you don't like that, well, just keep your ears bunged up. I'm just going to go and mute now in case I say something I shouldn't say.
Might be better sometimes. Discretion, better part of valor. So, look, it's a good place, Smurf. We're competing, we're improving, the profile of the club's going up, the profile of the manager's going up.
Aye.
We're attracting better players. It's been a good place where we were, say, 18 months ago.
Aye, we are. But I mean, I think that the one benefit of European football, it's hard to attract people to come and play in the Scottish Premiership. Scottish football is a football on backwater now. The club can't pay exorbitant wages that it could years before. The football world's in a different stratosphere now for where we ever been left behind in terms of finances. So the one sort of tool in your locker is giving guys who may be playing football in the lower echelons of English Premiership football or the upper echelons of the Championship, you can maybe attract them with the lure of European football. So it's a kind of double-edged sword. You know, you want to do well enough to attract players, but by the same token, I think, and I wouldn't say this ordinarily, but because of the shadow that's cast by this 9 and 10 in a row nonsense, I think we've really got to knuckle down and focus on that league. Everything should be optimised to win in that league, even at the expense of going out of cups. And that's just my opinion. A lot of people will disagree. That's not the same as saying. That's not the same as saying that you're going to go.
You don't want to win them. You don't want to win them,
and you're not going to give it everything you've got. You know, every time you go out there as a Rangers player, there's only you can only give 100%.
What about Albert's point then, Smurf? Albert comes on, and he's my senior correspondent.
Okay.
And he says that he wants to win the League Cup just because it just bursts a lot of things open, bursts a dam open.
Aye, because it will help guys like Tavernier that have never won anything. He's a Rangers captain. You know, we can all look back. We can remember great goals and great performances and just fantastic games. And he's a dynamic player. And you think, oh, you know, Tav's done great for us over the piece. But he still won nothing, and it's getting that hoodoo off your back. So it does. What he's saying does have merit. It's getting that monkey off your back and give you the impetus to go forward and redouble your belief that you can go and win the league. And that's where guys who have been over the coast before, your McGregors, Davis, these guys have been over the coast before and they've seen and done it in a Rangers jersey. They know what it takes. They've had UEFA Cup final appearances. Well, McGregor didn't play in it, but you know, great runs in Europe. So that'll help as well. No, there's merit in it, and we've got to try and win every competition that we're in. We've got to try and win every game that we're in. But we should not compromise a wet Saturday in a plastic pitch at Hamilton to win in a sunny Wednesday in Switzerland on a plastic pitch, because our bread and butter is got to be the league, and given the circumstances as well, you know. So,
I mean, Fox will get one more push in this sort of stage of the season. These 2 games, and then we'll get a break, recharge your batteries, and come back again. Huh?
Aye. Well, this will be a good in-between and international breaks. This has been a great run for Rangers. We've done what we've had today in Europe so far. We're doing really well in the league. Things must be looking rosy if you're sitting there as Steven Gerrard, mate. I think he thinks that things are going well at the moment. I think he trusts in his team. That's why I think he'll have a go in Bern. I don't think we've anything to lose. If we get beat, we get beat.
aye,
You know. And but I think he'll want his team to try and put on a good show in Europe. As I said earlier, I think he believes he's got the squad that'll be good enough to get us to the title in 30 odd games. So I would just keep trying Europe and see how far it takes us. Before we started this group stages, you asked around the panel many points. I thought that you thought that we would earn in this group, and I was the lowest at 5, and I'll admit to that.
You still the same?
No, because I've seen how well we played against Feyenoord. They themselves might not be the powerhouse they were years ago, but we competed with them and we beat them. It gave me great hope that going further on in this round that we're in just now, that we'll be able to take on these sides and not be embarrassed. And that's what I hope we do. And as I said earlier on as well, Ox, if we can't come off a Thursday game and turn up at Ibrox and beat Hamilton, we will only win the league anyway.
Aye, there's a bit of sense in that. Stardust?
Aye, it's been a great month for us, mate. Long may it continue. I think this is a free hit really on Thursday. I think we're going to go out here and we're going to have a crack at them, because that's what I see it as. It's a free hit because we've got them in the last game at Ibrox. It could come down to that game. As I said, everybody in this group's going to take points off each head, guys. That I can definitely 100% almost guarantee. So we need to just go out here. Hopefully we can get a result earlier. I mean, 3 points would be brilliant. And then it's on to Hamilton at the weekend. The Hamilton game is the most important for me. We need to keep this up in the league. We need to keep the pressure on and just keep winning games in the league. And then it's obviously the international break. And then, as you say, Ox, will be one last final push after that towards the end of the year until the January break again. So we just need to keep it up, mate. We just need to keep winning everything that gets beating every team that gets put in front of us. And like Bridgeman says, if we can't win the game, we can't win the game. Just try not getting embarrassed.
Talking about that, the international break in January, I don't know if you read the day, Bridge, if we get to the final, there's potential that 2 games will be carried out in the new year.
Oh my God.
because we're on the telly against Hibs on the Friday night. We can't fit a game in the midweek. Wow. In December, mate.
That's scandalous.
So they're going to, for the sake of us being on the telly, they're going to cancel our games?
No.
Because of the international break or something?
No. Listen to what I'm saying. If we get to the final, we're due to play that weekend. So we need to replay that game. And there's not a lot of slots on this side of the year. And one of the slots that is there, we play Sunday and Friday.
Oh my God.
So we can't play that midweek.
No. The December schedule's grueling, Ox, isn't it? I think we've went at it here before, but the teams we play in December, that's going to be vital for us getting anywhere near that league title this year. We need to come through December. We need to get to December first and foremost, obviously. But if we manage to get to December with as clean a slate as possible, that's where we're really going to be tested, because the teams we are playing, but a lot of away fixtures in there as well. It's going to be a testing month for us.
It's brutal, aye.
So you
Why
saying,
don't-
sorry, can I just get this, my mind's not quite right on it. Two of our games could be carried over into January. Is that what you're saying, Oxford?
Potentially, we could have. Potentially, the turn of the year, we could have played 2 games less than them. Potentially.
Right, okay.
So why don't we test them and ask them if we can play the game the following day? Try and help the teams in Europe. When I saw that today, I thought it was absolutely disgusting.
Aye, they're not going to help us.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Why don't they test it and ask them if they'll, why should we have to carry 2 games forward into the new year? That's disgusting. Because for TV, I know the clubs voted for the TV deals and that, but for me that's a no-no. But it's obviously going to happen.
It's another.
And I know this is looking. I know this is looking a bit far forward. But what happens if after January we start making progression in the Scottish Cup as well? Again, these are more and more fixtures that are just going to pile up. We'll be playing 3 games a week at this rate.
And that's success. We want success. But for me, the TV thing's a silly thing.
There's no planning there. There's no.
Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Actually, there's no. Why not just say, well, look, I mean, if you want Rangers to play another league game, fine, we can do that. They'll play on the Wednesday, and the game that was scheduled for TV on the Saturday, play that on the Saturday. The Friday. Play that the Saturday, whether it's in TV or no. I just That's no. You want to have the games under your belt. You don't want games in hand. Games in hand mean nothing.
Ox, are you talking about the games will be carried over if we progress in Europe? Is that what you're talking about?
No, the cup.
We progress the cup.
In the League Cup.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's without Europe coming into it.
That's preposterous. Because the reason I'm saying that is because you can't legislate for Europe because you don't know if you're going to be in the competition, but you're absolutely going to be playing in the League Cup, so you've got to try and legislate for that when you're doing the fixtures. Surely you try and plan for that.
And bad weather can come in December as well, can it?
It's a knock-on effect after the new year, Oxford, because we could end up getting into a situation then, and we all remember what happened in 2008 when we were made to play all the games in such shorter space of time. What if we've got a good momentum in the league and all of a sudden we're having to play X, Y and Z amount of games in a short space of time? That to me, that's the puddle drinkers are always talking about the integrity of the competition. Sure, there's no integrity there, So because you're on you go, Rich.
No, I was just going to ask another question. What happens if them across the city are also through to the final?
Because they're not playing on a Friday night, mate, they can play 3 games in the week.
Yep.
Right, with you. You've always looked into this. That's quite good, that. Quite a conundrum there.
So what happens then, like say, after the nerdy game, then we have the international break or the shutdown or whatever. Winter shutdown, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Can we play during that? Not the international break, but the other to catch. Is that an opportunity?
No.
To
I think your first fixture back's the Scottish Cup, and then you start the league. I think that's the plan. But what I'm saying is, my point isn't about the TV or whatever. It's the point of the people who legislate, who haven't took that scenario in.
No, exactly. And it's not as if it can't be legislated for.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're planning it.
I wouldn't worry too much. The Masonic referees will see us all right. Don't worry at all.
A few cautious men and we'll be all right.
Shocker, Foxy, you're a shocker. But it just shows you, I obviously didn't know anything about this, so I'll sort of see if I can read up on it, and just to see what I can make out of it. I think it's a fascinating set of circumstances you've put up there, and whomever it is that finds these things out, good, well done.
No, it's not that. They've announced all the TV fixtures yesterday, I believe.
Yeah. All right, I didn't know.
That's what I was,
for November and December. We play Hibs on the Friday night now.
It's scheduled, right? That's a scheduled game.
Mm-hmm.
It's because we're the biggest draw in Scottish football, mate. There's no other reason for it at all. Television companies want us on the telly. It's where they get the biggest audience. They got all the Rangers supporters and all the Celtic supporters watching Rangers games.
But sure, I totally agree with you there, Fox, but surely the League Cup draw has been made, right? And now they've just announced yesterday the fixtures that they're going to show on TV. But surely, as Oxley are saying there should have been a bit of coming together there and saying, well, wait a minute, if you want us to play on a Friday, then that means that, it's all ifs, buts and maybes. We beat the Water and then we're into the final. But surely there should have been let's make sure that the league should take precedent in that. So why have Rangers having to play an extra 2 games, basically, after the New Year in such a congested league? Because we know that what's going to happen, the weather might decide that games are going to be called off. It's absolutely scandalous. It's rubbish. Rubbish. Terrible.
Summer football. I'm an advocate of summer football.
But summer football, when they fix this, if you've only got one spare Wednesday and you can't play because you're playing Sunday and Friday.
Yeah. No, but what it would do is it would mitigate the risk of adverse weather conditions, inclement weather conditions, affecting the schedule further.
No, but what would make it even better, Smurf, as Oxyar said, it's forward planning. The League Cup draw was made last week, and then they just decided yesterday these are the games they want to show on TV. And instead of having Rangers playing on the Saturday, they've got us playing on the Friday night. So that means we can't play that game that we could be playing.
Of course.
It's not so much about the climate, about summer fit, but it's the fact that the planning's been it's just been rubbish.
No, I appreciate that, but the whole thing can be exacerbated by bad weather come the end of January.
Of course.
Do you see what I mean? So if you take that, if you fix what you can control, then you can't legislate for idiots that run the SFA. I get that, but you can legislate for the weather. You can move the season.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is, and I'm not, and this isn't from, I don't want to sound like one of them sort of paranoid, but they can absolutely, when they're looking at TV fixtures, say, oh well, by giving Rangers more TV fixtures, we might cause fixture congestion for them, and we might have to move games.
Yeah, I suppose.
It sounds quite farcical on the outside, doesn't it?
You could have a situation where when we're playing them in their place and we don't we draw and things are the same as what the others do. They could be 7 points clear of us, but we've still got 2 games to play.
Mm-hmm.
Aye.
With nothing called after anything, which is ludicrous in your planning, in my opinion.
Aye, and
100%.
100%, and it's planned for. So,
anyway, gentlemen, we've reached that time of the evening.
Wow.
Bridgeman.
What can I say? What a fascinating subject to end up with, Oxley. Well done, pal. That's put my mind running. I need to find out about that in the morning as much as I can anyway. Can I just say to all the Rangers fans all over the world, and particularly Rangers fans here on Rangers Radio, every single one of us, I'm getting higher and higher and up there for the game on Thursday. So come on, everybody. Get your thinking caps on. What are we going to do? Are we going to get out and mollocate them? Keep it going for the Rangers.
This has been Rangers Radio, and I thank everybody that phoned in this evening, everybody for listening and taking part in the lobby. We'll be back tomorrow night between 9 and 11, talking about all things Rangers. Take it away, Fox.